Finally, a band is breaking up so I can catch up on hearing every song ever. Whew! We are ranking all 8 studio albums by Sum 41 from worst to best, and obviously, I do wish that Sum 41 would continue. But you know what? Linkin Park needs a singer too, so let's jump into the list. Coming in at the first and worst, the number 8, Chuck. Go ahead and leave a comment about how Chuck is your favorite album. That's totally fine, but it's my least favorite. No Reason, We're All to Blame, and Pieces are okay songs. I will give it that. But I feel like this album is more about the band figuring out how to combine their pop punk side with their metal side that Dave Brownsound wanted to create. This is an experiment called Chuck that would lead to greatness later on, but it doesn't work for me here, and Chuck is just a mess. Number 7. Suckers! Number 7 is Screaming Bloody Murder, and from here on out, I'm going to have mostly positive things to say about Sum 41. This one, Screaming Bloody Murder, got mixed to negative reviews, but after making some crummy metal on Chuck and then going full pop punk on Underclass Hero, this is where the balance starts to make sense. They sound more like Sum 41 and less like a band trying to fit into pop punk and metal at the same time when it's 2 different scenes. Number 6. 13 Voices. It's a more consistent record across the board. While it never soars to really, mountain heights or mind-blowing areas, there's good songs front to back with no real stinker in the Sum batch. Number 5, Sum 41 record. I'm going to give the 5th slot to Underclass Hero. The poppiest record from Sum 41. There are some real pop punk gems within. March of the Dogs could have been the reason Green Day changed their song East Jesus Nowhere from this title, March of the Dogs. Really poppy album. Does have some heavier moments later on in the track list, but it's good. It's a good Hero. Number 4 in this list is going to be the brand new Heaven: X: Hell. Heaven and Hell. The 8th and final studio album by Sum 41, and yes, it is this good to be in this upper echelon of albums. The Heaven side of the album is like a beefed up all killer no filler, and Hell sounds like Order and Decline, which we haven't ranked yet, mind you. Think about that. A double album with a brisk pace, and you can check out my album review of this entire thing, the double album review of all my feelings about Sum 41's 4th best record. We're in the top 3 now. And the 3rd best Sum 41 record has got to be All Killer, No Filler. Microphone is on. I begun my punk rock journey with Green Day's Nimrod, the Offspring's Americana, Blink-182's Enema of the State, and all that stuff in that last bit of 90s. Before being swept up in this obsession to hear all the punk rock, every punk band I could find. And then Sum 41 appeared, beatboxing in a gas station and skating at the coolest party on earth in 2001. Blink-182 was on the rise, but Sum 41 were one of the first new bands that exploded while I was early into the scene, and it was so incredible to see them rise to prominence at this time. Intros are always garbage, and Summer is a weak track, but the rest of the album, it rocks! Ooh. Nevertheless, I'm on dress for the occasion. It's number 32. Now here's the situation. If the beat moves your feet, then don't change the station. Now pack your bags, because we're leaving on a permanent vacation. Well, I'm a disaster, a microphone master. Put on your tape and you rock your ghetto blaster. Number 2, the 2nd best, greatest Sum 41 record of all time in Space and Coffee. I'm going to give the number 2 spot, and let me know if this is a weird take or a hot take. I'm just calling it like I hear it. Number 2 is Order and Decline. Sum 41's perfect. They've perfected their sound on this album, which is front to back perfect record. 10 songs clocking in at 36 minutes. Just a jolt of heavy and emotional rock and roll. I really love it. A classic. The only thing better than a classic album is a #1 album, and that honor goes to Sum 41's 2002 Does This Look Infected with a question mark, and you want to get the explicit cover art. You don't want to get the stupid one where you can't see the blood on his face. You want blood in your eyes, you want blood in your mouth, you want like sores on your face. You want to look infected. Does this look infected? I think it's infected. Sophomore Sum kicks all filler no killer's ass in every way. The guitar sounds, the profound lyrics, the production by Griag Nori, which for some reason the band hates it. Derek thinks this album sounds awful when he was recording it, and after it came out. This album has what some call chordy rock riffs, and a good time is had by everyone on the planet. One of the best punk albums of all time? Fight me in the comments.